Social inequalities increases the climatic impact in developing countries. Countries like Pakistan lack the basic infrastructure to deal with extreme weather conditions. Just like in the floods of 2022, 33 million plus people were impacted by extreme conditions like flood. This impacted their health, their basic right to education, and increased their food insecurities as well.
One of the reasons why I joined this course is because of this interesting statistic. In 2019, according to the Oxfam Policy Research Report, about 270,000 people were affected because of Cyclone Idai. One of the reasons why I joined this course is to ensure that I capacitate myself with the requisite skills to participate in changes that can help my country in climate change adaptation. Thank you.
In Papua New Guinea, climate change deepens social inequalities. The World Bank Group's climate risk profile for Papua New Guinea 2021 states that with poverty rates at 30 to 40%, limited access to basic services, and 7 million people vulnerable to natural hazards, the impact is severe. Income disparity, resource monopolization, and projected climate risk amplify vulnerabilities. The stark reality calls for urgent action in climate adaptation towards social justice and just transition.
Developing nations like Nigeria faced the most significant repercussions and impacts, including rising sea level, drought, loss of biodiversity, and among others. Women in Nigeria are at risk of climate change impacts. According to African Development Bank, it was reported that Nigerian women constitute 70% of agricultural workforce. Amidst this food shortage caused by climate change, women lose their livelihoods and means of support for their family.
670,000 hectares of farmland was destroyed in 2022 by flood as a result of climate change impact, which created food insecurity and social inequality because the children are not able to feed themselves.
In 2017, Botswana was hard hit by Cyclone Dineo. According to the International Federation of Red Cross, 3 villages in the Central District were reported to be entirely flooded, approximately affecting 825 households, which amounts to 4,222 people. These were rural communities who have low adaptive capacities when it comes to climate change. Their lives were disrupted because they rely entirely on climate-sensitive activities like arable farming, livestock rearing, wood for fuel, etc. Let us act now for a climate-just world.
Lesotho's annual report from the World Food Programme for 2020 states that over 50% of the country's populations experience food insecurity.
Climate change hits hardest where the resources are scarce. The marginalized communities faces the most severe impacts involving disrupted livelihoods, water scarcities, and urban vulnerabilities. It is a harsh reality that demands an effective and collective efforts. As a climate activist, we must raise awareness, push for equitable policies, strengthen the local communities, and promote global collaborations for equitable climate action.